Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, my name is Rowena Robinson, and if you do know, thanks for coming back. Today, finally, we're having the second episode of the ROROSPEAKS talk series. And today I have my guest with me. Her name is RENEE. Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us more about yourself.
Yeah, sure. My name's RENEE. I am an event organizer, management. I also do a bit of admin stuff regarding music, and I have a small business called DMI Collections that sells online. It's an online gift shop. That's what it is.
Okay, and where can we find you if you want to go buy some stuff?
So the best places to find me is on Instagram. DMI Collections is for the gift boxes, or Major Impact Entertainment is for the event stuff and music stuff, or on Twitter it's just Rens_X.
Okay, so if I want to buy from DMI,
I'm on Etsy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Etsy. And you just gotta search DMI Collections, or dmicollection.bigcartel.com.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. So that is about Ren. So now I've known RENEE for 4 years now.
Something like that, yeah.
For 4 years now, since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe me?
I would describe Rowena as a bubbly person, but you're very straight to the point.
Oh. Okay.
Does that make sense?
No. So explain that then.
So basically, like, Rowena, like, whenever I see Ro, she's not a negative person. She doesn't bring like bad vibes. You've always got a good vibes, good aura around you. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, girl. But like, when I ask you a question, you don't beat around the bush.
Oh,
you're
so I'm
straight to the point.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
right.
So you're honest with your answers, which is a good quality.
I take that.
Amazing quality to have.
I take that because I always say I'm blunt, and people don't be like, oh.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing, because some people just can't take it. That's why they don't like it, but I like it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'll take that. Do you want to ask me anything in the beginning?
What do you like about Rens?
I just sent my friend this actually before you came here.
Really?
I was literally telling my friend. So about RENEE, right? So I would think like you are the first out of the Graham siblings that I was like, when I just came here, that we were going out. Because back in the day, me and RENEE used to go out. So we used to go to and we would meet up. We would come. Remember, we used to go for walks and stuff, and I just felt like really comfortable around you. I never felt like I had to put on a front like with some other people and stuff. So I really appreciated that. It made me feel at home.
Oh,
so yeah. Okay, so today's topic is: do you think that society puts pressure on women to get partners or settle down and then get married and then have kids? What do you think? Do you think society puts pressure on women to do that, or do you think they don't? Do you think it's equal pressure for men and women, or do you think they don't? We'll discuss that further on down the line. Just leave your comments down below, alright? Also, follow me on Instagram at Rowena_Robinson, and follow my business page at styled_by_Rowena. They'll pop up on the screen as we speak, alright? So, first things first. Do you like being in a relationship, or do you like being single? Or do you... Tell me what's your thoughts on that?
I'm 50-50, because when I am single, I'm very content single. I'm very happy being single. I love being single. There's nobody really for me to check in on, or for me to ask what they're doing, or for me to plan anything around. I can just do what I want when I want, and not really have to think about anybody else, which is selfish, but such is life. But then I enjoy being in a relationship, because then you just have that somebody that you can always talk to, like comes in like a best friend, so someone I can always talk to, someone that can take me out on dates, take me out to eat. I love to eat. Or just have that companion, someone that's always there, and around.
I'm definitely with you.
Yeah, I'm 50-50. I mean, but if I'm in a relationship where I'm not happy, then I'll just leave. Yeah, because I'm definitely with Renee on that. Always, my happiness comes first. Always, you always come. Yeah, this is a word, guys. Amen.
Listen, I definitely believe that. I believe that, like, it's nice to have a relationship, right? But I feel like people tend to put a negative connotation to being single. And when you're single, you have so much time to build on yourself, to improve things. If you have a business, you have time to focus on it and invest your time and effort and energy and all that into pouring that into that one thing. And trust me, it's not a bad thing being single. But as you said, it's nice having like a companion and know that there's someone there that you can talk about with every single thing, really, because then that's your partner in it. So the deep stuff, the private stuff, all that, like that's nice as well. So definitely, I agree. But if you are in a bad relationship, don't stay in that relationship because you don't want to be single.
Yeah, don't do that. That's the worst thing to do.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Being single is not that bad, guys. It really isn't. Use that time to work on yourself. So then, do you believe then that females get more pressured than males do to like get a partner and stuff? Or
yeah, I do. The first thing that comes to mind when you ask me that is just automatically your biological clock. Like they always they feel like a woman's role on earth is to have a job, have kids, get married, have kids, look after the family. And so sometimes people can look down on you if you're not married or if you don't have any kids. I can tell you probably the number one question that I get asked the most is, when are you having children?
Really?
Yeah. By multiple people, male, female, all the time. And I think a lot of it is because at my age, I'm 33. So at my age, a lot of my friends, older and younger than me, have at least one child, if not more.
So then that's kind of the standard in society.
Yeah. So then they just expect me to have kids, but I'm just not trying to have kids with just anybody.
Right. So that leads me perfectly into my next question then. Do you think that as you get older that finding a partner becomes harder, or do you think it's harder when you're younger? How do you?
I feel like it's harder when you get older because sometimes people can just want to get into a relationship just to not feel alone.
Yeah.
But if you're actively trying to seek somebody that, you know, I'm not just trying to be in a relationship just for the sake of saying this is my boyfriend. I actually want to get married eventually. And when you're actively pursuing somebody, then it's harder because sometimes people don't want to, the older you get, people don't want to change. Yeah. People get stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
And especially like, I dated someone, 37, so he's not even that much older than me, but he was stuck in his ways.
Yeah.
Like there was no shift in him, nothing. On just like the little things. And you think to yourself, it's compromise, a relationship's based on compromise. And if you're not willing to compromise on the smallest of things, then
when it gets to the large things,
there you go. But yeah, I must bend over backwards to accommodate you.
Yeah.
Okay then. So it can be harder because I tend to find that the guys that I meet, because they're older than me, they're kind of set in their they're set in their ways, and there's no flexibility. It's either you take, like, they like to do like, this is me, this is who I am, take me as I am, but nah.
So because I've heard people say this already. I've heard people say that as they get older, that they start reducing. Like some people have standards in it from early, and they have this a checklist of what they want to see. And obviously, no one's perfect, so we're not saying that obviously we're looking for the perfect guy. But there are some characteristics or qualities that you normally look for in a long-term partner, right? But I've heard people say that as you get older, those characteristics and those standards that you look for tend to like people start cutting them down, so like reducing them. Do you think that's true? Do you think that's advisable as well?
I think it's true because there's certain okay. I think it's true, but I wouldn't say to cut down your standards. I would say cut down some stuff which might be like materialistic.
Okay.
But in terms of like, if your checklist is he has to smell nice, he has to have manners, and he has to be taller than me, then don't think you have to cut off all three just to get a man or to find the right person. Like, because having manners and smelling nice is just common decency. Yeah. Like, like I'm expecting everybody. It's common courtesy, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm expecting everybody to do that, not for you, but for myself.
That is so true, man. That is just manners, fam.
That's just manners, exactly. But if you're saying that my standards is somebody that's on, I don't know, that's earning 60k a year and they're driving a BMW and they're living Sutton Coldfield, or do you know what I mean? Then maybe, maybe just lower your standards just a little bit. Like,
is Sutton Coldfield a good area?
Back in the day, I don't know about now. Oh. Certain parts of Sutton Coldfield, yeah, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, certain parts of Sutton Coldfield, nice houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, so yeah, I wouldn't say lower your standards, but I would say that as you get older, the more you reevaluate things. Yeah. Because when I was younger, like younger than 20, I would always say, I want to be married by the time I'm 25. I want to get married to this guy. And I used to have a checklist of what he needs to look like, what he wants to do. And so obviously the older I've gotten, the more mature I've gotten to realize that you don't just pick somebody based on their looks or their trainers. Stuff. Yeah, you pick somebody just based on their personality. Obviously there needs to be some form of attraction.
I was gonna say, yes, because I need to see you and think,
It's true though. Yeah, it's true. You need to at least have some level of attraction to that person.
Yeah, because you know what is as well. A lot of people be like, "Oh, don't look at looks fake," but at the same time, I need to be attracted to you. There need to be something about you that made me want to look in the first place.
There you go. And but you know what? Like, I met somebody who we didn't start talking face to face. This was years ago. So this was like before. This was even. It was probably during Facebook times, but this was ages ago. I met somebody and my number had just been passed to them. Okay. And so before I met him and saw what he looked like, his personality banged. Really did. He was a nice guy.
You see, when you meet people like that, I'm telling you, sometimes personality overlooks.
Okay, then, because then when I met him, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I never had like. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say.
You're going to say 21st?
Yeah, I'm going to say. That's what I was going to say.
You never had butterflies?
I never had butterflies, that's it. I didn't get butterflies, but I enjoyed talking to him. I enjoyed being around him because it just felt like being around a friend, like somebody. And he wasn't ugly to say that, to say like he wasn't ugly, but he just wasn't somebody I would be like, oh my gosh, it's so nice, yeah. But like we kept in contact for like years after that.
Wow.
So yeah.
So in this day and age, do you believe in more like, what do you think of like online dating and stuff? Have you ever tried it?
I have tried online dating.
Was it okay? I'm guessing by your facial reaction. How was it then?
It's great.
It was great. Okay. We move.
Now, online dating, do you know what? It's down to like each individual. I've got a friend who done online dating and it worked for her. She was with her partner for like 4 years. I mean, they're broken up now, but 4 years is a long time. But then for me, I just tend to find that, I don't know, you know what it is, actually? I know what it is. I keep saying I don't know, but it's me. Literally, it is me.
It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it is me. Sorry, guys, if you're watching this. It's not you. It's me. I get bored very quickly.
Okay.
And so that's probably why I'm still single. I find somebody and I'll talk to them and we'll go on dates and it'll be fun and blah, blah, blah.
But you need somebody to hold you for longer.
Yeah. Or I need somebody to, because when I like somebody, I show them that interest. And obviously the guy shows the interest in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
But you see, once that interest starts to drop off, and although, yeah, they might like you, they don't show like that active. They're not putting the work like how they did when
they get comfortable.
There you go, because they're like, oh, we've already got her now. But for me, I like somebody that wants to put in that work, because I put in that work as well. Like I make an effort every single time, so I just get bored and then I'm just like, this ain't working.
Yeah,
and that's me. I'm gone.
That's true, man. That's true. It's true, because as you grow as well, you need a partner. You got to think about these things, people, because when you find a partner in life, you got to think about a partner who is flexible, who is willing to grow, because you might branch out and you might need a supportive person there. That partner needs to support you. That partner needs to push you. If you are a God-fearing person, he might need to be God-fearing so that you can pray about stuff. Trust me, I definitely understand, man. Right. So where do you think these pressures come from in society? Does it come from church? Does it come from family? Does it come from, and where more does it come from? Where does the most of the pressure come from?
I think most of the pressure comes from TV.
Really?
Yes.
I was not expecting that. TV? How?
Yes. Because, well, not even TV, but when I say TV, I mean like social media, things that you see on TV. Because when you was young and you'd watch TV, you would always see a family. You'd never really see or you would see a single girl or a single guy, but they were pursuing a relationship. Somewhere in the movie or in a store or in like a series.
Happy ending, there you go. The princess finds her friends.
Okay.
It's kind of... Yeah.
So you got to blame Disney, really. Disney's what
Okay, Disney, I did not care to say that, okay? If you want to sponsor me, mate, I ain't blaming you, Disney.
Because Disney made me feel like I'm going to get a Prince Charming, I'm going to kiss a frog, I'm going to find somebody I'm going to fall asleep, I'm going to wake up, and he's going to be there.
Oh my God, that is so true.
Whereas, so yeah, and that's what I think for me, because in my house, my mum and dad never really said anything about, oh, you need to hurry and get married, or where is your partner, or what, you're not married yet, you need to start looking for a, I never really got that. So my mum was very much like,
in your own time.
Yeah, in your own time, focus on getting a job, make sure that you're comfortable, get a house, do this, do that. My mum's more of that.
Come on.
My dad's a bit just like, whatever you want to do, just do it. My dad's cool. My mum's just like, do this, do that, make sure you set up. And then if I'm dating somebody and I'll mention it to her, and then she'll be like, oh, interesting. Okay. And then when I start talking about it, she'll be like, so what happened to such and such? And then I'll tell her, and then she'll just be like, yeah, nah, he's not good at it. And that's my mum.
But that's good, isn't it? Because some people cannot say that. Some people's parents would be like, oh, okay, 21 now, he's a partner.
Okay, then whereas now, my mum's changed her tone.
Oh, has she?
She was like, you need to get married, Renee, you need to settle down. And I'm just looking at her like,
I'm settled.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Relax. Where's this all come from all of a sudden? Calm down, man.
Oh, that is funny. Because my friend was telling me about a scenario that she saw on Facebook, right? So it's like, for us girls. So when we are between the ages of 10 and 1, we go to school and right? In your teens, your parents are like, no boyfriend, no this, no that. As soon as I reach 23 going up, they're like, okay, so he's a partner. And they're like, you did not give me time. You told me, no, this focus.
So I feel like I saw something like that online as well. And the girl said the same thing. And in my head, I was like, you're right.
That's true.
Throughout school, it's no boyfriend.
No boyfriend, focus on your
college,
books.
No boyfriend.
Make
University,
sure you get that
no boyfriend.
And then all of a sudden,
some parents want you to be married.
You did not give me time, mate. Let me find.
Married to who, please? Because where did I find him after you told me to? Is he in the books? Must be William Shakespeare. Let's go to the grave. Let's go dig him up.
Oh my God.
It's a problem.
That's true, man.
It's a problem. But yeah. But then, I never really had, so I never had that issues within the family. And then I don't really have them problems at church either.
Oh.
Somebody did ask me when I'm getting married, and I told them to never ask me that ever again. Because I think it's rude. I think it's rude when people ask you
when you get married and stuff.
Or when you're getting married, or when you're having kids.
Do you think it comes from a bad place, or do you think it comes from a place? Because obviously we're of Caribbean descent. So I'm Jamaican, and obviously your parents are Jamaican and stuff. And in Jamaica, it's just a thing. People just say what they're... I swear, sometimes, guys, if you're fat, if you're skinny, you're going to know about it. Because these people literally just... And I guess it's... I'm in between whether it's coming from a bad place or just who we are as a people. I feel like, especially in Jamaica, right? People just say stuff sometimes without thinking that, you know what, this might hurt the person, you know? Or you know what, I don't know enough about this person to ask this question. Or to word it a different way. They don't know how to do that. They just be like, oh, she look pregnant though, and you don't know what this person is going through. Like, oh my gosh. So I'm surprised that you said you don't get it from church, because I feel like it's in the church that people be like, oh, you know, go find a nice guy and settle down and marry and have your kids. And I thought so. I'm surprised.
No, like... Nah, because I don't really talk to people in my church, to be fair. That's probably why. Okay. I talk to everybody my age and my friends, but I don't really talk to anybody else. Yeah. So like, so we have a mutual friend who got married. Was it last year?
Yeah. Okay.
So last year at his wedding, somebody from church, but I didn't really go crazy on her because it was an older lady and I have respect for her.
That's the thing.
So I went to go and say hello, and I went to go give her a hug, and as I was giving her a hug and saying hi to her, she was like, it's your turn now. You need to find somebody. Yes, it's a good thing when you find somebody.
First of all, are you God?
And I'm just like, I just looked at her and I just says, once you find somebody for me, let me know. And then I just smiled and walked away.
Because the thing is, you know what they don't understand is that something as simple as that, because in that person's head, that person probably went home that night and didn't even think about it. But to you, like, you saying that is adding pressure to me. And like, I don't know if you did, but somebody else might have found that like really disheartening. Yeah. Because you don't know what people are going through.
You don't know exactly. And that's why I think it's rude when people ask, like, when you're getting married or when you're having kids, or why haven't you had kids yet, or why are you single. I think it is very rude because you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know whether that person has just come out of a 6-year relationship and they're really heartbroken.
Think about it.
There you go. Like, they probably thought they was going to get married to that person, and now they're not together. And the very next day you've asked them, why aren't you married? And
that might just be the last straw. They start breaking down. You don't know why you did.
It's crazy. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was another time when somebody at church said to me, it's your turn now. You should get married. I want to come to your wedding. And I just looked at him and I said, who says you'll be invited to my wedding?
Firstly, oh mate, yeah, they were cool like that.
And he was, yeah, like, I don't know you like that. So who said you'd be? And he was like, yes, because I want to get dressed up, and I said, get dressed up for church and come to church. You're not coming to my wedding. I said, I wouldn't even invite you anyway. I said, you're definitely going to invite me. Like, don't even ask me again.
Even if I was going to invite you on the courtesy that you come to church, the fact that you just asked me,
you're not getting one.
You're not getting none.
He was like, yeah, because don't you want to have kids? I said, what's my egg got to do with you? Money business, y'all. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's true, man. Because people, listen, guys, and if you're somebody out there, right, who do these other things, and you probably don't really think about it. For you, some things that you say, you probably don't think about. You go home and you rest, and you don't give it a second thought. To somebody else, like, you don't know what your words mean. And that is not just for a relationship. That is anything. Like, I've seen people get into marriages and people are asking, oh, how come she's not pregnant yet? You don't know if that person is going through something. You don't know that they can get pregnant. You don't know what people are struggling with.
They could have had miscarriages. Like, you don't know things, but you just be asking them questions just all willy-nilly. Like,
yeah.
Mind your business, basically. That's the word for today.
That is true. But how do you think, though? All right, firstly, how do you normally cope with that? Do you take it on? Like, do you go home and internalize it? Or is it okay, so you would just like brush it off and no?
I would just address it there and then to the person's face, and then I'm over it.
Okay, because some people are not that strong. Some people just be like, because it's such an awkward situation as well, especially it depends on who asks you or who says whatever to you. It can be like an elderly church person or somebody that you have respect for. And we, especially in the Caribbean, people, like, we grew up with like a stigma that if you back answer somebody, it's rude and stuff. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with a situation then? Like, what would you say? Or
I'm gonna respond there and then. Like, you're just gonna, especially if I feel like I said, it depends on who says it to me. If I feel like you have no right to say it to me, I automatically I feel disrespected. So I'm gonna say to you, like, defensive. Who are you? Yeah, I'm defensive. Who are you to ask me any of those questions?
Yeah.
And I'm at that point in my life right now where I don't care who you are. I'm gonna say, like, I don't. Yeah, you can't go back and tell my dad.
Yeah, because
what's he gonna beat me? Like,
that is facts.
What's he gonna do?
The fact that they ask you to get married shows that you're a big woman.
There you go. So
yeah.
So then I just in that moment I just feel like I'm disrespected. So I'm gonna make you feel a little bit, not fully disrespected. I'm not rude, but I'm gonna make you feel a little bit of the disrespect. But if it's somebody that I respect, especially if it's an elderly person, then I'm just gonna be like, when you find them for me, just let me know.
Okay, you keep it nice.
Yeah, I keep it nice and sweet. They're like, don't you want to get married? Yes. I'm like, yes, grandma. When you find a man for me, let me know. And that is it. I don't go into detail.
All right. So, what advice would you give to a person that is listening now? That one. So, A, because this is an A and B question.
Okay.
Hello. So, A, that normally pressures people. And when I say pressure, guys, you probably don't even know that you're pressuring someone. You just ask these questions and you just go to random people and, you might be smiling when you're saying it, but your words are actually leaving a mark. What would you say to them? Is there a way that they could probably word it better, or I just don't mind the business? Because there's some people who say I don't feel like everyone is coming from a negative space, so to speak. I feel like some people just genuinely would want to ask,
But then, when it comes to questions like that, if we don't talk regularly, then what does you asking me that question do for you?
Some people are fast.
There you go. So if you're asking me, if you're having to ask me why I'm single or why I'm not married, that means that we're not friends.
Because if I was friends,
you would know exactly. Right. So therefore, don't ask me.
So based on your relationship,
yes. Yeah. If you have to ask me, if you feel like you have to ask me, don't ask me, because we're just not friends.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's fine.
Okay.
That is perfectly fine.
Part B, to someone who feels pressured and is not as strong as you, who, you don't really go home and pray too tough or whatever. What would you say to that person then who goes home and think about it? Because there's some people, that because obviously this is what society expects, and fortunately for you, your parents were not always pressuring you. But some people live in a household where they feel like at the age of 23 you should have been married, 26 have your first kids, Well, how would you tell them to deal with that? What advice would you give them?
To reach out to somebody that you trust and just talk to them. Don't try not to internalize it, because it can eat you up inside, especially if you're somebody that ponders on things.
Yeah.
It can really mess with your mental, eat you up inside. It's not really healthy for you. So find somebody that you can talk to, somebody that will just listen. Best friend, sister, brother, mom, dad, like whoever you trust, whoever you can trust. Even if you don't feel like you can trust anybody and you just want to write it down in a diary, but find a way to offload it.
Yeah.
Because
there's so much going on.
There's so much going on. Yeah.
And also, guys, I want to just say, do not ever feel like being single is a crime. Enjoy being single. Like, just make sure that you don't feel less than a person because you're probably in a family that everybody else is married and everyone's looking at you as a black sheep and all sort of foolishness. It's just...
It's fun being single. It's really fun. Like, you can go out to restaurants whenever you want. You can go out for drinks whenever you want. You can always be out with your friends. You can go away whenever you want. You can do your holidays whenever you want. You can do your shopping. You can watch your TV. You can Like, all of them things, like, it's just fun. You don't need to worry about missing out on a special vacation. I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know, to be fair. I just enjoy being single. I just love it. I enjoy my time. I like being by myself. I like thinking. And I enjoy my work as well. So I can stay at work for like 7 hours and not have to be questioned, or why are you coming home this late? Or I haven't heard from you all day. Like,
and I would say definitely make sure that a relationship is something that you want and not something that's forced on you, because then that's gonna just lead into a next problem if you don't want it. But yeah, man, I definitely agree with the topic. I definitely feel like women are somewhat more pressured into getting a family and having a partner and settling down. I'm not so sure about the marriage now, but just getting a partner, because back then I used to say, yeah, women are pressured into marriage. I guess in the traditional Christian churches we still are, but in society in general I feel like they're just pressured into getting partners and settling down and starting family and all them things. So
do you think that relationships are more there's more pressure on relationships because of #relationship goals?
Definitely, mate. Because listen, we go and it goes back to the same thing that you said, the same reason for the pressure for this. It goes to like social media and all those things. You see couples and at the age, probably your age or less, or just a little bit in the same age bracket, basically, doing up madness, doing up this, buying their own houses, doing it, and you have to realize that you are an individual. Like, you are not everybody else, and you should not feel pressured by everyone else. And this is much harder actually doing it than saying it. I get that, but at the same time, you don't know nothing about these people that you've seen on social media. You don't know how they got there. You don't know how they got their jobs. You don't know where their moral compass is. They're probably doing something that you would never ever do. So yeah, I feel definitely that this it being relationship goals and those things. And the thing that people class as relationship goals as well. He needs to buy you a BMW, this, or a, oh my gosh, it is hard out here. But yeah, I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
It's just you need to know your own self and understand that social media is not real life. Thanks for our TED Talk. That was a word, shall we pray?
That was a word. Social media is not real life. That's
social media is not real life, mate. So people can fake it. People out here stunting for the gram. Come on.
And I mean, don't get it wrong. It's nice when you can have somebody that you can take good pictures with and you put on the gram and whatnot. But
make sure that they're actually nice behind camera.
Yeah,
as well.
Like if you're with someone who's narcissistic, manipulative, a BR, but he takes good pictures with you. And
when he goes out, he pretends like he's the best thing since sliced bread. But when you go home and you get butter up and you have to put on concealer.
Okay, then it's just not worth it. You reevaluate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just better to
just make sure that when you're stunting, if you're gonna stunt, probably not even stunting, make sure that when you're posting and stuff, like you actually are doing it knowing that this is real. You know the difference between posting up stuff and actually being real. Just make sure that you're real with it. Okay, that's definitely what I had to say. But yeah, that is it. How did you feel?
Oh, felt alright.
You felt alright?
Yeah.
How did you feel at first?
At first, nervous as heck. I hate sitting in front of a camera.
Listen, I always take Renee out of her comfort zone. I called her over to let me do makeup on it. Renee does not do the whole makeup thing. For me, I was like, no, Renee, I need to focus on your face. Come. Always. But I appreciate you so much for coming here.
No, thanks for asking. Do you know what? It's only because it's you. I just feel like if a lot of other people had asked me, I would have been like, nah, I'm not doing that. But
put respect on my name.
Because it's Ro, you know.
It's Ro. Ro. Do you have anything you want to ask me before you go? It can be related to the topic. It can be related to just anything on general, anything. Because I feel like I've been asking you the question, then, like you're on some interview.
I'm just curious to know whether you find that you're having to do relationship goals now that you're in a relationship.
No. I don't think thankfully I do not feel pressured into doing anything. Anything I post is because I genuinely want to post it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't look at another couple and think, I'm gonna call him. How come you're not doing this? I don't, because I know what I know. And it's not like, sometimes you'll go on my thing and I don't think YouTube knows us yet. So this is the first time, thanks to Renee, that you are actually hearing officially that I have a partner. But yeah, I'm secure enough because I know what I know. And if I post it and you see it, good. If I post it, you don't see it. And if I don't post it, you won't know.
Okay.
I'm secure, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
Thankfully. Imagine if we got to do up goals.
Do you know what I mean?
What would I be doing?
Wild.
But nah,
absolutely wild.
But that is it, guys. That is the end of our second episode of Roro Speaks. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, remember to go leave your comments on this topic down below, and anything we said here, let me know what your thoughts are on the topic. Follow me as well on Instagram, Rowena_Robinson, or my business page at styled_by Rowena. Make sure you go check out Renee's, and make sure you go order some of the boxes and some of the gift sets and whatever, so that you support her, because hello, Black businesses. Okay, so yeah, make sure and follow Major.
It's on my tea.
Oh yeah,
Major Impact Entertainment.
That is the logo.
That is the logo. Yeah, it's on the back as well. Yeah, this is a logo on Instagram.
Okay, so
Major Impact Entertainment on Instagram, and then you have DMI Collections also on Instagram.
So
yeah, I don't have a personal Instagram. I'm not into doing pictures like that.
She didn't even want to be in the video, guys. So I think you should know that. But because it's Roro, you know, she came through. Yeah. How was this episode for you? How was me as a host? And how was it?
It was good. You made me feel very comfortable, very relaxed. And the questions weren't too hard.
Yeah.
It was very easy to answer. And I like this. Like, it wasn't extravagant questions that you'd be like, whoa, this isn't even a real life thing. Yeah. It's very realistic.
And that's what I want. That's what I want. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Bye, guys. In another video. Peace.